Hi, I'm Cari Moore.
And I'm Kelli Paddon, and welcome to Daybreak Fraser Valley Weekend. We have a highly entertaining Chilliwack Realtor, Danielle Beausoleil, here today to talk about her involvement in Chilliwack with the Academy of Music and what's happening a little bit in the local real estate market. Cari has an interview with Lori and Clift of Secondary Characters, and it's about their production of Something Rotten.
And we also have a Natalie Bedard segment joining us. Total Wellness Fitness, sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting. I always get something out of her. All this in the local news and what to do in the Fraser Valley this weekend coming up. Welcome back. So, how was your week? What did you get up to?
My week was great. I mean, we had rain and
it's thunder and lightning.
Lightning.
Too.
Oh my!
Scary.
I picked a cucumber and I ate.
Long cucumber?
No, it really wasn't.
Okay.
But I ate probably the most expensive potato that I will ever eat. If you factor in all my
Your
homegrown.
And was it delicious?
It was really good. It was good. How about you? What'd you do?
I went on Friday night to see Something Rotten.
I heard it's really
so
great.
good. It was very, very good. Not bragging or anything, but my son was amazing again. So I don't know how he finds these things that are just written for him. So
Well, and we'll be talking. Your interview is all about that as well. So, okay, stay tuned.
very exciting. Yeah.
So the news this week. This is kind of exciting. In Abbotsford, the Amazing Race Canada made a stop this week. They stopped at the Abbotsford Sports Arena and Martini Town. Have you ever been there?
No.
It is a studio where they do filming. It's just like downtown New York, and
Okay. It's not in Abbotsford though. It's in Aldergrove, right?
yeah, but they dress it. It's a really cool place to be, and I think they opened up last Christmas. Anyway, stay tuned. If they do it again, we'll have to tell you about it.
Okay.
But last Friday as well, in Abbotsford as well, there was a train derailment just north of the Sumas border, closing 4th Avenue, according to Amy Judd of Global News, and that doesn't happen too often, thankfully.
No. Yeah.
I don't think anybody was hurt.
The track and the train going swoop and the roadrunner running. Yeah. So hopefully they got it all back on track.
I think the cause is yet to be determined, but I don't think anybody was hurt.
Yeah.
So, but
In Chilliwack, a 10-foot long sturgeon named Ghost was caught.
okay.
It weighed 700 pounds, caught by two Albertan anglers, according to Kimon Moodley of the Chilliwack Progress. Ghost got the nickname by evading fishermen for the last 15 years and is estimated to be between 120 and 140 years old. So think about this, though. He's old enough to have tried to go up to the Sumas Lake after it was drained. Isn't that sad? He'd be like, what happened?
Is.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? No fish fry.
No,
Okay.
they are protected species, and so he was released back. And so that's amazing.
Dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs, too.
Oh, I know.
And I know that we had Sunny on a while ago, and one of the things that I learned in Stalo traditional teachings was about the sturgeon and about the importance to the Fraser Valley, First Nations, and our history and everything here. So really glad that it was released, really glad that it's a protected species because
they're beautiful.
That's incredible. Can you imagine, though, wrestling that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In business. Jennifer Feinberg of the Chilliwack Progress reports that the new commercial hub at Lickman Road and the highway is almost sold out of commercial space. So the anchor there is going to be the Marriott Change Hotel, Fairfield Inn and Town Place Suite.
Yes.
I think.
So
that's
it's going to be nice to have a hotel back there again.
It is, and there's going to be a lot going on.
Yeah, right off the freeway. In Harrison, a wildfire erupted Monday at Cogburn Creek, and it reached 3.4 hectares before being held by firefighters, according to the BC Wildlife Service, and as reported by Adam Lewis of the Agassiz Harrison Observer.
Yeah, as scary as fires are, this summer it does seem like here at least we're getting a little bit of a reprieve.
Yeah, not as much smoke
knock
and
on
stuff.
wood,
Yeah.
and I know that was probably loud, but still. The heavy rainfall Monday night probably helped a little bit. But
then with the
smoke.
thunder and lightning, sometimes it's the lightning that starts things. So
Yeah, so depending on what part of the valley you're living in, but huge thank you to first responders, as always, all our wildfire experts, and everyone keeping an eye on it, an eye out for it, and getting up and fighting those fires when they hit. Thank you. So, in Langley, according to Dean Rex Seidler with City News, Councillor Tim Bailey introduced a motion to relocate the Pride Crosswalk in Fort Langley.
That's always touchy.
It's very touchy. Because of years of being the target of vandals, it was how he explained that. And it's receiving a lot of backlash from supporters of Pride who don't want to see council cave into the vandals. Yeah. Bailey did, though, suggest that the crosswalk could move to Township Hall, which he described as being a more prominent location.
Yeah.
So there's conversation happening there, and that conversation will be ongoing.
Yeah, and it's good to hear both sides of it for sure.
Yeah.
In an update from last week where we reported a woman was set on fire, a 25-year-old woman has been charged with aggravated assault and is in custody awaiting her court appearance. So this made my mind go, oh.
It's just awful.
It's crazy, yeah.
So the reason behind the attack is still unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you witnessed or have any other information, please call Langley RCMP. And just a note, I mean, there's a lot going on. A lot of women have lost their lives, most of whom are losing them to their intimate partners, deaf or absolutely people that they know.
So this is just weird.
Femicide, gender-based violence is all on the rise. Violence against women is an epidemic and should be declared. Yeah.
In Mission, according to the Abbey News, the RCMP nabbed a 60-year-old Abbotsford woman for impaired driving. She was also caught with illegal cigarettes, meth, bear spray, oh, she's lovely, axes, knives, and a pellet gun.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, after our break, Chilliwack Realtor Danielle Beausoleil.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the show, Danielle Beausoleil. Danielle, I see your advertising everywhere, and I feel like we've met before, but I'm not really sure. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you from Chilliwack?
Yes and no. So I grew up elsewhere, and then I've been here I grew up elsewhere, and then I went away, and then I came back. So I've been here for about 20 years.
Awesome.
I hate to say that it ages me. It's been 20 years.
You could have moved away when you were 4.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes, good point. Good point.
And your family's here too, right?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay. So you are here. You are a realtor in town. Have you always been in realty?
Have I always been in real estate, or have I always had my realtor license?
Let's go with both.
Yes. Do tell us, what's the difference?
Two very different things. So I've had my license for about the last 5 years. But I've grown up in a family of entrepreneurs. Okay. So part of that entrepreneurship journey has been real estate. So I've always been involved in real estate, but I've had my license for about the last 5 years.
Excellent.
But that's not all you're involved in, right?
No.
I feel like I'm always seeing on social, and you're involved with Rotary, I believe, as well. I feel like I'm always seeing you doing
stuff
something,
and helping people and
Things.
getting the word out.
I actually just got goosebumps because I feel like, we're put on this earth, and obviously we have kids and we have families, and there's things that we have to do, but I think the most important thing that we need to do is make sure that everybody has a good experience. So I've been very blessed. I have an amazing family. I've had an amazing upbringing, and I know that not everyone has had that. So I feel like it's really, really important to do whatever I can to make sure that every child, and I say child because children are so vulnerable, and they don't really have a choice in what happens to them. So I feel like if you support mom or you support dad, you're ultimately supporting that child. And I think that whatever I have in life, I want to make sure that I give back.
Awesome. For those of us who don't know what you're doing giving back, what are some of the favorite things that you've done?
So currently, my layest sort of passion project, I guess you could call it, I sit on the Chilliwack Academy of Music board.
Okay, that's a good one.
So, I feel like this is a really obscure board. People are like, well, what is that? So we're sitting in Chilliwack, which is a town of 120,000 people on a good day. And we have this amazing facility called the Chilliwack Cultural Center, which frankly, Chilliwack has
top notch, yeah.
we have no business having it. Like for our population.
Well, we talk about it all the time. We're really lucky. They do a lot of really cool things there.
Yeah, they sure do. So sitting right inside of that cultural center is the Chilliwack Academy of Music, which is a not-for-profit charity. So, our slogan is music for everyone. But at the end of the day, when children have arts and music, their brains are wired differently, literally. Like you can look up the science and the connections in their brains wire differently when they're exposed to music and arts. And so here we have this amazing facility with this beautiful not-for-profit society who is providing music for everyone. And when I say everyone, again, if you help mom, you help dad, you help the kids.
Yeah.
But this is like, these kids just can have this amazing experience. And it's not, there's no financial barriers.
Amazing. Yeah, and most people probably don't think about that.
Well, and let me just keep going. So like, unless your child is in a private school, our provincial government has cut funding for music.
Yeah, sadly.
So yes, it is very sad because you now hit middle school or high school and there's funding. Well, guess what? If you're not exposed to it when you're in elementary school, you're not going to have a passion or even a desire to do that. And meanwhile, this is such an important part of self-esteem and, connection, and it's good for the soul. There's so many reasons that young people should be exposed to this.
So what kind of programs are there for young kids?
So, and again, this is my latest passion project, but we have 18 music studios. So what does your child want to do? What do you want to do? We have it. Like
From beginner all the way into intermediate and...
Yeah, we have ukulele lessons for 3-year-olds.
Amazing.
We have like mom...
That would be a chaotic room.
That would be so fun.
So, again, bless those people that do those lessons, because I'm like, I can tolerate this for about 0.3 seconds, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just an amazing, an amazing program, I guess, or an amazing opportunity that people don't know is here.
So how do people learn more? Where do they go?
So I guess you could go to our website. So that's really important. And, I find so many parents, especially new moms, they need connection and they need community. And they don't know that these programs exist. So you can bring your 6-month-old in and do a music program. And is it good for the 6-month-old? Of course. Yeah.
Accordion. You can do accordion lessons for the 6-month-old. No, that was a joke. Don't send emails.
Squeeze.
Sure about that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But, the flip side of that is, it's good for the 6-month-old, but guess what? Like, these new moms, and I don't know if you guys have been there, but you're isolated. Yeah. You're in this, especially like a first-time mom, you just, you don't know, like, who put me in charge of this tiny life?
And if you're not connected or new to the city, you don't know where to go or how to get there. So music is such a great connector.
Sure is.
Well, and I love that it's at the cultural center for exactly that reason.
There's so much more things there that you could be involved in as well.
Speaking though, if you're new to Chilliwack, so can we take a hard swerve and go back to real estate and talking about Chilliwack? So, we read a lot of stuff. We were talking about it a few weeks ago that the, rental prices are coming down, which the amount they're coming down though, it's
Still
you're not feeling
crazy,
it.
Yep.
But how are things being a realtor in Chilliwack right now?
So, real estate it's a difficult topic to broach because you have so many different demographics and every person that you talk to has a different life experience and they're going to view real estate in a different way. So whether it's, you're looking to rent, you're looking to buy, you're looking to invest. These are all very different demographics and very different lifestyles, but equally important to everyone.
Yeah.
So
do you have a specialty like that you do, or do you do a little bit of everything?
For my specialty, honestly, is helping people. And I don't really care what position in life you're in or what your goal is. Like, you tell me what your goal is, and I'm going to help you. If your goal is like, hey, I'm living in my car and I have 3 kids and I need a stable home, I'm going to help you. If your goal is, I'm a newlywed and I'm sick of renting, I don't want to pay someone else's mortgage, I'm going to help you. If you're an investor and you're like, I've got this great house in Surrey or Vancouver, but, now we have some extra money and I want to make some money for my family, I'm going to help you. I'll show you where to invest. So to me, real estate is it's not about making money. it's about making a life.
Amazing. That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter
Kind
who
of fits
you
with
are.
all the different things that you do.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, sometimes I feel like, especially in this industry, because I've only had my license for 5 years, and people look at realtors as like, oh, you know, they just live this great glamorous lifestyle.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, like, the work's not important. What's important is finding people a home.
Yeah.
You know, or a business or a lifestyle.
Yeah. It really sounds like you enjoy doing that part of it.
Well, it's important. I think it's really important work that often gets overlooked.
Well, I still talk to my realtor. Hey, how you doing? You better be
Whoa,
watching.
whoa, whoa! Like, did I not
Sorry.
just say I'm a realtor?
You did. You did. But there's also I didn't say their name.
Do I need to egg their house? I'll do it.
No, I think you get along. I think you know each other and get along pretty well.
I'm being facetious. So to me, like, you know, I have lots of people, and realty like is a crazy industry. People are like, what do you mean you didn't use me as your realtor? And I'm like, well, it's your cousin. I get it. You can use your cousin. I get it.
I think that, I mean, people don't fully necessarily appreciate that realtors have to, like, there's a lot of hustle there.
And you have more than one client at a time.
Yeah, you have to be creative, and there's cost to advertising, and there's, you know, it takes time and commitment and actually getting to know the buyer and actually getting to the seller. It's a lot of work in that. So,
And especially when you are concentrating on making people happy and getting what they want done.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
with the largest purchase that most people ever
I was
make.
just going to point this out. This isn't like, oh, I've saved up for a week. Like, let's go to let's buy the expensive seats at the Chilliwack Cultural Center. Like, no, we're not. This is like a major decision.
Yeah.
And actually, on that note, I'm kidding about whoever your realtor is. But I for one, I really appreciate loyalty because so many realtors out there are like, pick me, pick me, pick me. So when my clients pick me,
It means a lot.
it does mean a lot.
Yeah.
I take that very personally because I'm like, I know that you understand how much work and effort and dedication I put into you. And thank you. Thank you for picking me because I know you have a lot of options.
Well, I'm very lucky to have my forever home.
Me too.
And that's in large part because our realtor helped us figure out what we needed.
Ladies forever is a big word. I'm just saying things change.
I just got a really new kitchen, so I gotta be there for a while.
I just celebrated my wedding anniversary too, so we're gonna go with forever.
Yep. So Danielle, thanks so much for sharing today, both on what's happening in real estate and things that you're positively passionate about, like the musical. Thanks so much. So after the break, I have an interview with Lauren Clift of Secondary Characters, and Natalie Bedard returns with a new segment of Total Wellness, sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting. Thanks again.
We Sunday driving, and the sun's bright shining. We load up the doggies, gas up our rifle. We're gonna hit that 4-lane, and then we are flying. We come alive when we Sunday driving.
Good morning. Today I am interviewing Lauren Clift from Secondary Characters Play Something Rotten. So it's going to be a really cool interview because I love her so much. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the sunshine. I'm happy to be here.
A little bit about you. This is your first foray into being backstage. How are you liking that?
Yeah, I'm usually an actor. I've acted for secondary characters a few times and been in various musicals around the Fraser Valley, but this is my first time being in the production side of it. So it's been a lot more work. I have so much more respect for, not that I didn't have respect for, but I definitely have more respect for the people behind the scenes because the amount of work they do is just
And what is your job
insane.
title?
I'm the production manager and publicity manager. So I'm doing all the social media stuff. I've been booking promotional gigs here and there. And then I'm also kind of managing the more company side of it, where the stage manager manages like the show side of it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Cool. So Something Rotten, I got to go see it on Friday night, and it was so good. And I'm not biased at all. What do you like about it?
It is such a funny show. I'd heard of it, but I didn't really know anything about it before starting production managing, and I watched it before the show started, before they started rehearsing, and I was like, this is so funny. Like, I can't believe that I had never heard about it, and a lot of people don't know about it. No. It's hilarious. Like, I've caught a couple shows. I've been sneaking backstage to watch it, and every time I'm just cracking up. Like,
For those of us who don't know, and I didn't know going in, what is it about?
so it is about, it's in the Renaissance period, so the time of Shakespeare. It's in the 1590s.
With the poofy pants.
And with the poofy pants, yes. And it is about two competing writers with Shakespeare. So Shakespeare is a rock star poet, and like he's an A-list celebrity at the time, and the two brothers are not so much. So they're really trying to write a show that can compete with Shakespeare. So Brady Moore's character, Nick, goes and talks to a soothsayer to predict what Shakespeare's next show will be. And he says it's going to be a musical. So hilarity ensues trying to write a musical in the Renaissance period. So,
Yes, and there's lots of references to other musicals and
So
other things
many.
that pull it all in. So if you're a theater person, it's a hoot.
you will love it. Yeah. If you've seen any musical, I'm sure you will see a reference to it in this show.
Amazing. The cast itself, it's fairly large.
Yes.
But there aren't as many guys as there should be. Do you know, is that a common thing?
Yeah, it's theater is in the Fraser Valley, I would say, there's a lot of talented women and a very good pool of talented men, but it's not quite as big. So we are gender swapping characters, and we also have a lot of queer actors in our shows. We've got non-binary characters playing women or men,
And somebody's playing a whole bunch of things too.
somebody's playing so many things. It's quite funny because in the Renaissance period, women weren't allowed on stage, so they had the men dressing as women, and now we're kind of doing the opposite here in 2025. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when is it going to be on? We just had last weekend. When's the show dates
Yes,
for
we
this
have
weekend?
3 more shows, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so July 25th to 27th at the Cultural Center.
Amazing. Yeah. So you can get tickets at the Cultural Center?
You can get tickets at the
probably
Cultural
still
Center.
at the door.
At the door, yes. There's a lot of tickets available. We're in the big hub theater, so yeah, you can get them at the door. They're also on our Facebook page and our Instagram. Secondary Characters is the name. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that is tonight you can go, or Saturday and Sunday. Thank you so much for being here, Lauren, and have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Hey there, it's Natalie Bedard, fitness, nutrition, and mindset coach. And this week I'm going to talk a little bit about structure and planning and why that is so important if you want to see progress. So oftentimes we'll think, okay, I'm going to start eating healthy, I'm going to start working out. But without a plan, we're just at the mercy of our schedule. Other things come up. We don't prioritize it. And the next thing you know, we've run out of time. So what you can do to resolve that and build consistency with your habits is plan them. So plan them like you would going to work. You know when your work schedule is, you show up on time and you're there for the day. Just like when you go to the doctor. If you think, I should go to the doctor, but you never pick up the phone and make the appointment, the doctor appointment never happens. Same thing with hair appointments, dentists, you get the idea. So schedule your habits the same way. So think, when am I going to work out? What days? Put it in your calendar, make it happen. Same thing with your nutrition, plan for it. What do I want to eat? Am I going to meal prep? When am I going to do that? So have structure to your day. Our brains love patterns, predictability, and structure. So this will really help you. Now, when you're planning, so plan every week. Think, how do I want my week to play out? Also have a plan B. This really helps when life does get in the way because things happen and we can get caught off guard. So if you're expecting some obstacle to come up, your brain is already prepared for a solution, for a plan B, and how to pivot and modify your goals. So think, what could come up to get in the way of what I have planned this week? What will I do instead? And be really specific about that. So if I can't go to the gym at 6 a.m. like I had planned, what will I do? Think of how can I move the needle forward? And also think progress, not perfection. We're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking for structure. And just implementing this into your life will make a huge difference. So start with that. Start with a plan. And my best piece of advice when starting a plan is to keep it simple. So when you have a plan structured for yourself, ask yourself, how likely am I to follow through with this? So rank it out of 10. If you're a 9, 10 out of 10, great. Even 8 out of 10. But if you start to fall like under 8 out of 10, and you're like, I'm not sure if I could really stick to this, then that probably means you're trying to jam too much, you're trying to do too much. So scale it back, simplify it. It should maybe even feel too easy, because then we know it's achievable. Then you can add things as you go and stack more into the plan, but start simple. I hope that helps. Try it out, and then next time we'll still talk more about the mindset behind fitness and nutrition. I'll have some more tips for you.
Another action-packed show today. Great interview with Lauren Clift, Cari.
She's so fun.
Yeah, she's
lovely to talk to. Yeah.
It seems so. Huge thank you to our guest, Danielle Beausoleil from Chilliwack, and
Thanks to Natalie.
of course,
For another great episode of Total Wellness, sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting.
Okay.
So, what are you doing this weekend?
I was going to ask the same thing. Okay. This weekend, lots of family time. We're trying to get it all in before the kids go to uni. Of course, the garden. But Rib Fest, which I think it's on our list of what to do this weekend. So I'll hold off. But I think,
I'd love Ribfest to come to my backyard so I wouldn't have to stand in line.
It starts today. Anyway, we'll talk about it in a few minutes. How about you? What are you doing?
I'm going to go to something rotten again tonight.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't wait. My husband got to go twice last weekend, so I have to do better. I might even go Sunday as well.
And this is what it's like to be a theater mom.
It is, very exciting.
Absolutely. Okay, so having been a theater mom and a dance mom, though, do you want to know the difference? The theater moms can't, woohoo, but the dance moms always do.
Well, and I'm not a typical theater mom. I would just pull up, push him out, and drive away. So I'm really there for him now that he's older.
All right, so what's happening this weekend for the rest of the world who aren't going to be in my backyard? And when they're done, going to see something rotten. So it was hard to find some stuff happening in Abbotsford, but I think maybe it's because everyone's gearing up for AgriFest next weekend.
Yes, yeah.
So if you want to be in Abbotsford, do a little research. There's always stuff going on. But you might want to try some things happening in other places in the valley too. So just explore beyond your own municipal boundaries. Yeah.
So today, the Chilliwack Museum and Archives is holding their free tour of the archives. It's the last Friday of every month.
Oh.
Tristan is very informative. He has lots of great dad jokes. And you just show up at 3:00 and they'll just take you through it. So
9291
anybody
Corporal
that's
Street.
donated anything, they just pull open the drawers and all the stuff is there. So if you really like old stuff. And it all has Chilliwack provenance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and our guest next week is Rosalind Shipp from Chilliwack Museum. So you can go learn some things and then watch the show next week and figure out more. All right, so starting tonight and continuing all weekend, get ready for the stickiest third annual Rib Fest at Vetter Park.
Yes.
So lots of food trucks and artisans and vendors and a chance for you to vote for your favorite barbecue. All of your favorites, and there's Chilliwack corn there as well, by admission or by donation. Admission is by donation, and it supports Rotary.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's really fantastic.
And the weather's supposed to be good.
It is.
Yeah. There's always something going on in Harrison. So tomorrow, enjoy the Harrison Dragon Boat Festival, which is free and goes all day, starting at 9 a.m. We were actually kayaking once when they were dragon boating. It was kind of terrifying.
I went out to Harrison for Sasquatch Days one time, and I got to go out on one of the big war canoes. Hard to steer for someone who doesn't know how, but everyone else makes it look so easy. Yeah. It's a good show if you go out and cheer everyone on. Okay, Langley looks fun this weekend. Tomorrow, the Big Dirty Mud Wrestling event is on, starting at 2 p.m. at Roots and Wings Distillery. So for only $20, you can muck it up. We are assured that there's a cold shower on site. Not sure why it needs to be cold, but if it's really hot, then great. But maybe that's being preventative. You don't want to overheat. But the mud, it's going to be awesome. Chilliwack's The Unbranded is also playing at the event. So that's
it's free for everyone. So
to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
To come and watch it. Or if that sounds too strenuous, you might suggest Lord of the Rings Trivia Night. Oh, that might be fun. At Dead Frog on 201 First Street. Good time to tap into your inner geek.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would lose.
There's some things I know, but I didn't read the books.
I read the books. I watched the movies, but
It's hard to focus on some of them.
I'd lose. But I would go just for the impressions of the little guy, the creepy guy. What's his name?
Gollum.
Gollum.
See, we know some stuff.
Whenever I mention Lord of the Rings, someone does an impression of Gollum.
I don't have a good one.
All right. Well, the Mission Folk Music Festival is this weekend. And our own camera director, Grace, will be on hand as a volunteer for the event. It's the 38th annual, and this is a big event. It starts tonight at 4:30 and goes all day Saturday and Sunday with 10:30 in the morning start times. So all kinds of music to enjoy: blues, folk, Celtic, Indigenous, old time, Americana, global, the percussive, lots of art vendors as well. Children's activities, and even camping.
Yeah, you could just hang out.
Yeah.
Always so much to do this Fraser Valley weekend, so get outdoors if you can. It's not expected to be too hot, like we said, and so you can enjoy many of those activities. You can do more than one.
Oh.
Thanks for watching Daybreak, and have a fabulous Fraser Valley weekend.